Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks to the organizers of this SE's InvestSmart Fest for inviting me. My name is ID. I am from Race, Malaysia, Sdn Bhd. A bit of a background of what Race is doing. Race is the first micro investment platform, and Race is licensed as an digital investment manager by the Securities Commission Malaysia, the SC. Today, I'm going to talk about a very interesting topic, micro investing as the millennial way. Let's look at few characteristics and behaviors of the millennials. Generally, they are referred to those born from 1980 onwards, and you could disagree with me. They are a generation. They are generally a generation of having very high self-confidence, and they are ambitious. They want their voice to be heard. They are obsessed with coffee. But there are several very distinguished aspects of the millennials that can be seen. Number one, they are very technologically savvy. They are extremely connected, and they are on the go and always on generation. Almost all of them own smartphones, and almost all of them have some form of social media to get connected. So that's number one. Number two, they love to shop. Who doesn't? But despite the harsh financial situation that they found themselves in, the problem is they shop beyond their means. This is mainly due to impulse buying behavior. The tendency to buy without planning in advance and taken at the spur of the moment, driven by emotions, feelings, and of course the seamless e-commerce platform out there, and the easy access to credit cards contributes to that as well. This in turn results in their inability to save money, which is ranked among the biggest financial worry. So by not having enough money, they are not of the interest of businesses fair enough. Businesses like fund houses, stockbrokers, financial advisors, who are typically interested in those with substantial amount of money. And lastly, they have lack of financial knowledge, because many were not taught of personal finance in school or college. So the main source of knowledge about money, about investing, comes passively from social media. So it is easy to get a very conflicting information. So what can be done to exploit these behaviors of millennials, um, them being digitally savvy. Number two, their love for their love for shopping. Number three, the love to shop that has resulted in their difficulty in saving money. Number four, the lack of financial knowledge that they are facing. So this is where the idea of micro investment comes into the picture as the main value proposition for the millennial. In Raise, what we are doing, we enable micro investment. We let people to invest using small amount of money. How? By using your spare change made from your everyday purchases and turn that spare change into investment. So why spare change? Because it is a very small amount of money, and the survey that we did on spare change, what happened to your daily spare change if you don't keep it? As for me, most of the time it will end up somewhere in the car or even in the washing machine. So imagine there how much spare change can be saved. And then why spare change again? Because it is small. And why we enable small amount of money? Because we want to let more people to be able to invest. I'm pretty sure the requirement to invest out there is considerably high for one to start investing. But if we can bring down that threshold to a low amount, more and more people can invest. And also, when you invest a small amount of money, you become less obsessive with market fluctuation. For example, if you invest 20 cents as compared to you investing 2,000 ringgit, you will have the tendency to just close one eye and don't care. Whatever happen lah. Because it is virtually invisible. And we also think for us, if you want millennial to change their behavior, it is not going to be easy, but it will be a lot easier if we could tap into something that they are already used to, like shopping. So that's why we think linking saving to spending simply makes sense. When I wanted to buy a house, my mom said, "ID, stop spending and start saving." But we tell you the other way around. How about saving while you are spending? You spend, you save. As you spend, you save. As you spend, you save. Yeah. So picture this. You go to Starbucks. You buy a cup of coffee for 11 ringgit and 20 cents. And that round that up to the next ringgit. So you got 80 cents spare change. So that spare change is now saved and being invested. So imagine again that happens every day in the background of life. So having a tool that can automatically round up purchases and invest the spare change in the background of everyday life will allow one to seamlessly build up their savings over time without even thinking about it. So here, what have been done to exploit the characteristic of the millennial is, number one, we link spending to saving, and because we know they are very used to shopping. Number two, we enable micro investment using spare change because we think not many of them have enough money, and in fact most of them are struggling to have an emergency fund. And number three, we do it via a tool, an app, which is something very familiar to them with their everyday life. And then to tackle the lack of financial knowledge part, we automate the entire process from the onboarding part, from the risk assessment side to the investment portfolio recommendation part. So users just have to with the robo advisory embedded feature in it, so they just have to fill up their personal information and their financial standing and answer a set of simple and short questions, and then they will then be recommended a suitable investment portfolio based on their risk profile. So they don't have to be a sophisticated investor to know everything, what to invest in and what not, because technically the robo advisor is there to help you out. So that is basically what RACE is doing to tackle this issue with millennials. Just to share with you, RACE went to the market with its main value proposition as micro investment platform provider. We went live in last June. So after 4 months, a majority of our user base are comprised of millennials from the age of 18 to 40. That's the majority of it. And I'd like to share few very interesting feedback that we receive from them. Number one, the app makes investing effortless. Sikit-sikit, lama-lama jadi bukit. It simplifies the often tedious and complex process of investing, and it has overcome the mental barrier of I just don't have enough money to invest. This is the new millennial investing strategy. So before I come to an end, I would like to reiterate the whole idea of enabling micro investment is to let you to invest regularly, no matter what. Even if it is a small amount, try to keep going. That's why we focus on spare change. Just try to do a little bit every time. Just to keep the momentum going. So you would want to instill that savings habit in you, because that's very important. And try to invest. Why you are investing regularly is because you want to ride the ups and down of the market. Yeah, and the rest are done automatically from the portfolio management, the rebalancing part. It will be taken care by the robo advisor. So for that, I am ending my presentation. So if you have any question, or if you want to find out more about race, feel free to visit raiz.com.my. That's raiz.com.my. All right. Thank you very much for listening. Bye.